There's a very dominant energy here in the world. This person, they have a staple image is what I'm being told. A staple image in your mind, in others. You see, this is a connection you drove away from. This is a connection you could even put somebody, you could have somebody on block or etc. What I feel is the reason you did this. Many different things. But a big purpose was, even though you felt what you did for the connection, that person wasn't ready for you. They thought they were, but they weren't. They had a lot of growing still to do and a lot to work with impulsivity, is what I'm being told. Now, on your end, because there's always going to be a yin-yang to these types of situations, you have what I hear is abandonment issues. And that stemmed from being something of others had left so much to the extent where you became the one that would leave before things could go bad. You had other things in your life. You went back and forth from what I'm feeling. It's like 1 second this person was saying like everything right to you, was vibing, it was chilling, and then they would say something out of pocket and you just be like kind of like, what the fuck, why did you say that? Like everything just, you know. And that's where that impulsivity part of that person came into play, attached to this reading to you. But what I'm hearing for you as well, there was like kind of like an open communication thing that could have been better. And I say it this way because there was no way at that time for it to have been what we're seeing now. Some of you here, these are collectives will resonate, so some of you here are wondering, you know, what should I do with this? Like, why is this connection still something that I feel like I want to drive forward to, that I want to see if something can work? What Spirit has to say to you about why this person has been on your mind? Press conference, the formal meeting, make an announcement, group conversation. Paired with the main event in the final round, not giving up right before the finish line, responsibilities, deep in the final match, deep anticipation, what you've been waiting for. Spirit had to blind you to what this was. You see, this person, I feel really deeply at the beginning, like I'm hearing here, there's like an inspiring force. You loved watching each other. Both of you had deep attraction. But it feels like this person was more into you in the beginning than you were them. And that could have freaked you out. The intensity of what they knew that they wanted. The reason Spirit is stating, they're telling you now and making you see that this is something that's the thing you've been waiting for. You crossed finish lines with things in your life with other romantic people that you sweated for so long, is what I'm hearing. There's somebody you released. Yeah, you became mindful and you're like, what? There was another romantic dynamic, or the way you were living, your lifestyle, the place you were living, career, friends, take what resonates because these are collective. But there was something in your life that you kept giving resilience to over and over again, a relationship, a person, etc. And you started thinking about, like, you were fostering mindfulness. Like, why do I feel so low with this person? Why am I staying with this? Why am I feeling more aware of my happiness and what I want when I'm not surrounded by this other person, this job, this situation? Spirit's completely saying, before you were ready for this, there was this sense of immersing yourself in. There was a lot of negative influence around you. There were people that you, from what I feel, started realizing it wasn't that you were even making memories. You were passing time together. You passed the time where you wanted to be more in like this, like kind of like partier type vibe, or going out all the time type of thing. And now you're feeling more like I feel a sense of like being a homebody. And I do sense that you've always been a homebody, mixed in with the going out, etc. The biggest thing I'm getting from this right now, they're letting me know, is you had to get rid of some toxic tendencies and or people and or places before you had the clear enough mind to see how you truly felt about this person with no other influence. No matter if you were talking to people about this person or not. So Spirit's making this a positive thing. They're telling you that this is something that you're reading correct when they're pushing you forward to this person. So, what do they think about you? Well, they definitely feel like they don't have the right to reach out to you. They feel that if you... Well, theirs is the block card. So, a lot of you here really do have this person blocked. And if you're wanting this person to reach out to you, and I'm laughing like this for a reason. A lot of you here want this person to reach out to you, but you have them blocked on one thing and think that they're going to be able to... Because... Wow, this is an interesting one. You could have them blocked on something like Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, etc., but you still have their phone number not blocked. Some of you here think that this person is supposed to chase you. That is not what you realized. That's not what you were registering when you were thinking these things. You're registering that now. Wanting a person to go through all these hoops because you're afraid to be vulnerable and unpress a button that you had once pressed is not working in your law of attraction. The ball, from what I'm hearing, is in your court. These are collective takes or resonates. But if you have this person blocked on anything, this is telling you the ball is in your court to unblock whoever this is if you want them to reach out to you. Just because they're blocked on one thing and not the other does not even mean that person's going to register that in that way. They're registering that they're blocked on something to begin with. This is a person that deeply respects boundaries and also will not chase anymore. They are really willing to be vulnerable through strength, but they won't chase. If you don't have them blocked on anything, then what I'm hearing right now is that this person could be afraid to reach out to because they think you'll have your defenses up. Or they feel that the ball's not in their court even if there's no block because of the way the last conversation went. This person thinks... This person has the same downloads as you about the attraction, the likes, etc. But also has a deep sense of insecurity still. And unanswered questions about how you see them. This person's intuition tells them that you want to see them, but everything within them else says don't even reach out. This person wants nothing to do with you. If they wanted something to do with you, they wouldn't have you blocked, or they would message you, etc. You're wanting validation. That's why your ego is registering chasing as validation. The law of attraction for this to proceed forward organically, maturely, and blissfully is you taking a leap of faith. With that being said, this is what they feel about you no matter what thinking about how you feel about them. We have the welterweight, mysterious aura, comforting appearance, and the dark eyes are something that deeply stand out about this person. And something I'm feeling like I have to call and tell you about them is something you really like about them is their veins. Or at least their arms, their pump. There's something about a pump. So something that they think about with you as well. Yeah, there's a lot here I'm seeing about. This is kind of like the physical attraction of the other person. So for you, the person attached to you in this reading, I'm seeing has darker features, so dark hair, dark eyes. They're a medium build, so they may not be like a 6 foot tall person, but they're not like a shorter type of person either. They're like that medium height. There's this mysterious thing about them, their aura, about what they're doing, what's their next plan, what do they have up their sleeve. See, with the post-fight interview, the entertaining questions providing further insight and reflection, this person wants to answer any questions you have. They also would like to ask a lot of questions, but not in a state of overwhelmingness, really just being one-on-one. They love your build as well. They see you as this mysterious aura mixed in with that comforting appearance. They want to know all the ins and outs about you. What's made you who you are, what's brought you your fears, what makes you happy, what are your passions, how can I help you, how can I be a better existence in your life, how can we work together to educate this world with the things we had to teach ourselves, so maybe some people don't have to learn things as hard as we did. This person sees your relationship as so much more than passion, than a pop-up, than just because it's here. There's an adventure for you two. You're supposed to make deep memories. And you're supposed to go on planes. You're supposed to see things together. And something I'm feeling very called to talk about is an aquarium. I don't know what it is about an aquarium. So random. But that's a deep sign for somebody. If you are still in this reading and everything resonated with you, especially the blocking thing, I'm telling you, this connection, I'm not saying this is the only person that you can have fulfillment with. You can find others, but there's something different within this connection. And there is an unfinished story. And Spirit's saying if you want to get to that next step, what the next step for you to do is be vulnerable through strength. Unblock. Send a friend request. Send a hello. And go from there. There's nothing to lose. There's everything to gain. That's what I got for y'all today. Now, we're going to talk about these beautiful cards. These are my Oracle cards. The first deck I've ever created. They're going to be for sale towards the end of October. Now, you can get signed up right now for the notification list for when they go live to get sold. Or if I decide to do a pre-sale towards the end of September, you can be notified for when those announcements come out. The way you do that, the way you sign up, is you go to my website, offprintmint.com, which is in all of my social media platforms, and you're going to see a blue button that says sign up for the Oracle cards, etc. Click here. You're going to put your name in, and you're going to put your email, and then there's a little section where I'm going to ask for your personal opinion. Should I do velvet pouches? Or should I do like an actual box holder for the cards? So if we do the box holder for the cards, that's going to make the price increase. That could probably make the price increase about $5 to $7. Off the top of my head, that's what I'm being told right now. I just got to do a little more of my investigation with that part. Right now, off the top of my head, if we were to make the boxes, it would be about $5 to $7 more. If we do the velvet pouches, it's going to stay the same flat rate, whatever I decide it's going to be. Okay, so if you're wanting to get on the notification list, go to my websites, sign up. Let me know if you want box or pouch. While you're there, go ahead to my services tab and see all my available reading options. I have a multitude of options. Deep dive readings, which go into predicting timelines, going into past life regression and retrogression, etc. Also, identifying if somebody is your divine counterpart, etc. And then also of the general readings, which is more of like an overall of what's going on, current events within your topic at hand. Then we have the inner child / inner teenager healing session. We have the soul uniting, where I take two people together and I do basically a form of 2 tarot readings mixed in with a relationship counseling session, and have the people break down walls that the ego, that experiences, that things outside of you too created. And the soul uniting is for all types of relationships. So that's romantic, platonic, family, etc. Then there's also the apprenticeship. There's the apprenticeship program, and a vast amount more. Any questions? Don't hesitate to send me an email at contact@offprintment.com. And when you pick the service that you like, underneath every single one, there is a button to go ahead and prompt you to the next page where you put your name in, your email, your topic at hand, and all of the extra information asked from there. You would click send, and then I would return a email to you where we would continue conversation for scheduling process. That's what I got for y'all today, and I'll see you when I see you. Let's get it.